Hi, girls and boys. I just want you to get your states of matter out and go to page 16 where it says a solar powered solution. We're going to start there on page 16, and then we're going to read that's cool, and then we're going to read the changing matter. So here we go. A solar powered solution. Snow can cover roads and make it dangerous to travel. When this happens, schools and businesses often have to close. Scott Brusaw, an electrical engineer, has been working on a solution. It would make snow on roads disappear by melting it. Brusaw is making a solar-powered roadway with solar cells that get warm as the sun hits them. The stored heat melts any snow or ice that falls onto the road. This makes winter travel safer. Brunsaw's invention will help cities save money by not having to buy snow removal equipment, such as plows. Do you know one disadvantage of this technology? Students may no longer have snow days. That means teachers won't have snow days either. Something to think about there. All right, that's cool. You know what happens to water when the temperature gets cold enough? The water changes to a solid called ice. We can use that fact to make a cool treat. Here's what you do. Add half a cup of milk to a plastic bag that has a good seal. Next, add a quarter cup of sugar and a few drops of vanilla extract, chocolate powder, or any other flavor you like, and now securely seal the bag. In a larger, gallon-sized plastic bag, add 2 cups of ice and half a cup of salt. Put the smaller bag into the larger bag and seal it up. Make sure it's sealed. Shake the bag for about 5 minutes or until the liquid has changed to a solid. And then open the bag and enjoy the ice cream. Boys and girls, this is one of the things we were going to make at school, so you're going to have to do it at home. But show it to your parents. It's how to make ice cream with using 2 Ziploc bags. It's super fun. Mrs. Barber and her family does it up at Lake Tahoe in the summer when we're hot, because your hands get really cold when you're shaking the bags with ice in it. And the ice cream that you make is amazing. You don't have to put any flavor. If you don't put any flavor, you get vanilla ice cream. If you put chocolate, you get chocolate. We've never tried any other flavor, but super good. All right. Remember, matter is either a solid, a liquid, or a gas. And there's for water. But there's lots of different things we could talk about with matter. Introduction. Matter is anything that takes up space. So this book is matter. My water bottle is matter. This table that I'm at, my dining room table, my decorations, everything is matter. Everything in the world is made up of matter. There are 3 kinds of matter, though. There's solid matter, liquid matter, and gas matter. All matter has properties such as a size and a shape. Some properties can change. In addition, one kind of matter can sometimes change into another kind of matter. A kind of matter is called state of matter. Hold up a glass that has liquid in it. You're holding all 3 kinds of matter. The glass itself is an example of solid matter. The drink in it is an example of liquid matter. The space in the glass that is not filled, right up here, with liquid or with water is filled with air. And air is a mixture of gases, and is therefore an example of gas matter. How can matter change size? Look, you could change this carrot into different shapes. Every solid, liquid, and gas has a certain size. You can change the size of matter. Here's one example. Suppose you have a carrot. A carrot is a solid piece of matter. You can change the size of the carrot by asking an adult to help you cut it into several small pieces or by shredding it. You can change the size of a liquid too. Take a glass with water and pour half into another glass. You have just as much water as you did before, but there is less of it in the first glass than there was before. You have changed the size of the liquid by dividing it. How can matter change shapes? Well, shape is another property of matter that can be changed. Suppose you still have a glass with water in it. Get a bowl and pour the water into that. By transferring the water from the cup to the bowl, or from one container to another, you have changed its shape. Gas can change its shape too. How can we tell if we are not able to see gas? Well, put a straw into a glass of milk and blow air into the straw. You will see bubbles moving around in the milk. Those bubbles are filled with air. Remember, air is a mixture of gases. By blowing into the milk, you made the gases in the glass move and change shapes. Look at this, you guys. There's this type of ice, and this shape of ice. Changing states of matter. When matter undergoes a severe change in temperature, it can change from one state of matter into another. Water can exist in all three states of matter. When water is very cold, it freezes and becomes ice. Frozen water or ice is solid matter that can have different shapes. For instance, it can be shaped like an icicle or an ice cube. Ice can change in size too. You can chip away at a block of ice and turn it into some smaller piece of ice. For ice to change from a solid back into a liquid, it needs to be heated up. The ice will melt and it will be flowing water again. How can liquid water be transformed into a gas? It needs to be heated. For example, when water in a pot on the stove starts to boil, it starts to bubble. Steam starts to rise from the pot. Steam is liquid water that is turned into gas. There are three different kinds of matter that make up our world. You can see solid and liquid matter everywhere. Even though you cannot see most kinds of gas matter, they are there too, because we know that there's got to be hot air in here for this balloon to go. So we know there's hot gas air there. All matter has properties including size and shape. You can change some properties of matter, and some matter can even change from one kind of matter to another. This is a really good article. It's an extra one. It's one you could read at home by yourself or with your family. Sand becomes glass. And then I know you have your packet. So you were working on, you have possessives, which is the apostrophe S. So if the apostrophe comes first, that means just there's one son and it owns something. This one, if the apostrophe comes after the S, it means there's lots of houses with something they own. Look at this one is just one cat because it's apostrophe S. Lots of children. Oh, this is a rule breaker though, because we don't put child is one, children, the plural's funny, so we have to add apostrophe S there. So we have that. You could do this one. You can practice some phonics, and you can do the shape of words. That's it for today, boys and girls.